A solid pine IKEA dresser costs $300. A designer store one costs 3 to 4 times that, often engineered wood and MDF, not solid anything. The cheap one is the real wood. If you ever owned a piece that lasted decades and wondered why nothing you buy now does, this is why. 5 cheap furniture brands are built to last, using the same wood and factories as labels charging triple. By the end, you will know them all. Number 5, IKEA. Most people think they already have IKEA figured out. Cheap, flat-packed particle board, disposable, the furniture you replace when you move. Part of that reputation is earned. A large share of the catalog is engineered wood built to a price. But that reputation hides a corner of the store that almost no one shops on purpose, and it is the corner that quietly outlasts furniture costing 5 times more. IKEA was founded in Sweden in 1943, and the model was built to strip cost out of the chain. Design in-house, manufacture at enormous scale, flat pack the product so it ships flat instead of full of air, and sell it directly with no wholesale layer and no third-party retail markup. That model produces junk when it is pointed at junk. Pointed at solid wood, it produces something the rest of the market cannot match on price. Look at the solid wood lines specifically. The Hemnes series is solid pine, and owners report keeping Hemnes dressers 8 to 10 years through multiple cross-country moves with the drawers still gliding and the frame still square. The Ivar system is solid pine you can stain, oil, repair, and expand, and people who bought Ivar 15 years ago are still using it. The Tarva line is solid, untreated pine, sold unfinished, waiting for whatever finish you want. And the Poang chair, designed in 1975 under the name Poem, has been in near continuous production for decades, with around 1.5 million sold every year and more than 30 million made. Its designer said the goal was that all products should have a timeless value. An Ivar cabinet runs about $200. A solid Hemnes bookcase runs under $330. As one owner put it, no one else offers solid wood bookshelves at this price. Put that solid Hemnes dresser next to a Heritage label dresser at $1,200 and run the tests. The IKEA piece is solid pine. The expensive one is often engineered wood with a veneer. The cheaper piece is the more honest material, and the value is not a secret to the resale market. A used Hemnes dresser routinely resells for well over half its original price, which is the market quietly admitting the thing is solid. The Poang's cover and cushion can be swapped out when they wear, so the chair outlives its own fabric, and the Ivar system is built to be taken apart, repaired, and added to for as long as you own it. This is the most accessible entry on the list, the one almost everyone already has access to and walks straight past. Number 4, Costco. The same warehouse where people buy paper towels and rotisserie chickens runs one of the best value furniture operations in the country, and most members never look. Costco's model is the purest version of the pattern in this entire video. It works directly with the same manufacturers that build for name brand furniture labels, commissions its own versions, and sells them under house names like Bayside Furnishings, with no marketing budget, no wholesale middle layer, and warehouse thin margins. The makers behind the upholstery are real furniture companies, names like Simon Lee, Abbyson, and Prospera, the same factories whose work shows up in regular furniture stores at higher prices. You often cannot even find the maker online, because the whole point is that you are paying for the sofa, not the name on it. Bayside Furnishings is exclusive to Costco, built with rubber wood and poplar solids and traditional heirloom construction techniques, and priced from around $400 to over $5,000. On the upholstery side, the West Park leather sofa is built on a kiln-dried solid wood frame with encased coil cushions and top-grain leather on the seating, and it holds a 4.6 star rating across more than 1,500 reviews at around $1,800. The same sofa specification from a gallery brand lands at $3,000 to $4,000. Members have described finding a solid wood bed at Costco for $450 that sells for $1,500 everywhere else. A Bayside dining set arrives on solid rubber wood and poplar with a self-storing leaf, the kind of feature you normally pay extra for, and shipping is built into the price rather than bolted on at checkout. And behind all of it sits the most generous return policy in American retail. If the piece disappoints, you carry it back to any of more than 800 warehouses for a full refund. The only cost of entry is the $65 membership, which most households recover on groceries before they ever reach the furniture aisle. One honest caveat: read the product detail. Some leather sofas use top grain only on the seating and leather match on the sides, so the tag tells you exactly what you are getting. Before we continue, you need 4 tests. 4 things you can check on any piece of furniture in any store to separate a cheap piece that lasts from one that only looks like a deal. First, lift it and read the frame tag. Solid hardwood is heavy and barely flexes. Grip one front corner of a sofa and lift. A solid frame stays square. A cheap one twists in your hand because it is engineered wood and staples. On case goods, the tag should say solid wood, not engineered wood, MDF, or particle board. Weight is the giveaway. If it feels light, it is hollow. Second, open a drawer and turn the piece over. Look for dovetail joints where the drawer sides meet the front, and for corner blocks glued and screwed into the frame. Those are the marks of construction meant to last. Staples and plastic brackets are the marks of furniture meant to be thrown away. Third, press the cushion and read the fill. High-density foam, around 2 pounds or more, springs back when you let go. Cheap foam stays compressed. On the fabric, look for a rub count, 15,000 double rubs or higher for daily use, and treat reversible seat cushions as a sign of a better build. Reversible cushions often mean the maker expected long-term use. Fourth, ask one question: can this be refinished? Solid wood can be sanded and brought back to life for generations. Veneer over particle board cannot. When the surface wears, it is finished, and so is the piece. That single question separates furniture you keep from furniture you replace. None of these 4 tests cost anything but a minute of attention, and time is how every claim in this video eventually gets verified. The piece that survives a decade of real use was readable on the showroom floor, if you knew where to look. Every breakdown on this channel runs on these same tests. No brand deals, no sponsorships. If that is useful to you, subscribe. Number 3, Amish-built furniture, bought direct. This is the one most people have heard of and assume they cannot afford. The reputation is heritage craft, solid hardwood, built to outlive you, and that reputation is accurate. Amish furniture is made by family workshops in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Indiana, from 100% solid American hardwood, red oak, cherry, maple, and walnut. Each piece is custom built to order and designed to last 30 to 50 years or more. Many makers back it with a lifetime guarantee against defects in normal use. Because each piece is made to order, you choose the wood species, the stain, and the exact dimensions. The construction underneath is the real thing: dovetailed drawers and mortise and tenon joints rather than staples and glue. What people miss is the price, because they compare the sticker to fast furniture instead of comparing the lifespan. Run the math the way the makers do. A $2,500 Amish dining table that lasts 40 years costs about $62 a year. A $400 import table replaced every 5 years costs more than $80 a year, plus the hassle of buying it again and again. The expensive-looking option is the cheaper one. And buying direct from an Amish retailer or workshop strips out the gallery markup, the same solid hardwood that a luxury showroom wraps in consultants and white glove fees, sold to you closer to what it costs to build. Retailers like Dutch Crafters, Simply Amish, and Online Amish Furniture ship these pieces nationwide, and the better ones carry strong reputations and generous return windows. Put one next to a $5,000 gallery piece, and the Amish table is frequently the more solid object at half the price. Solid wood can be refinished when it wears. Manufactured wood gets thrown away. One honest caveat: it is built to order, so shipping is slow, and some retailers charge restocking fees. This is not the cheapest sticker on the list, it is the cheapest decade. Number 2, unfinished solid wood furniture. This is the workwear of the furniture world, function over fashion, and it is the cheapest way to buy real wood that exists. Unfinished furniture is exactly what it sounds like. Solid wood pieces sold before the stain or paint goes on. Skipping the finishing step removes one of the most expensive parts of the build, so the same solid oak, pine, or parawood costs noticeably less than a finished piece. Parawood, also called rubber wood, is a dense, stable hardwood. Oak is the slow-growing, hard-wearing classic that gets passed down generations. Pine is the softer, cheaper, lighter option with character. You apply the finish yourself, which also means you can repair a scratch or a stain for the rest of the furniture's life without hesitation, because you already know how it was finished. The same dresser, finished and badged at a chain store, would cost far more and tell you far less about what is underneath. You will still find dedicated unfinished furniture stores in most parts of the country, and even IKEA's Tarva line is solid unfinished pine sold the same way. The finish you brush on by hand, given a little care, can end up tougher than the thin factory spray on a mass market piece because you control how many coats go on. One buyer furnished a master bedroom with a 10-drawer solid wood dresser and 2 nightstands for $1,499 and described the big box prices as not even close. Solid wood all the way around, built to last, and visitors assume it is high-end. The trade-off is honest and simple. You do the finishing, and softer woods like pine will show dents and character over time. But if you are willing to spend an afternoon with sandpaper and a can of finish, unfinished furniture hands you solid hardwood at a price the finished market cannot touch. It is bought by the people who care what the furniture is made of, not what the showroom looks like. Number 1, vintage solid wood. The single best value in furniture is not new at all, and right now it is on sale through no effort of yours. Traditional solid wood furniture, the kind dismissed as brown furniture, has fallen out of fashion. Younger buyers want clean, modern lines, so the heavy oak, walnut, and mahogany pieces their grandparents owned are selling for a fraction of what they cost to build, and a fraction of what equivalent solid wood costs new. Estate sales, thrift stores, and online marketplaces are full of it, and dealers are often willing to negotiate because the pieces move slowly. The same shift in taste that makes them hard to sell is exactly what makes them cheap to buy. Here is what that fashion shift hides. These pieces are 50, 100, sometimes 150 years old, and still structurally sound. They were built from solid hardwood with dovetail joints and mortise and tenon construction, the joinery that modern fast furniture does not bother with, and they have already survived longer than anything on a showroom floor will. Hand-cut dovetails, with their slightly irregular spacing, are a fingerprint of older craftsmanship, and the heavier the piece feels, the more solid wood is in it. They finished off gassing their adhesives decades ago, so there is nothing left to breathe in. And because they are solid wood, a worn one can be refinished and brought back to life rather than thrown away. Learn a few names that signal a gold mine on a thrift store tag: Stickley, Henriton, Thomasville, Broyhill, Lane, Pennsylvania House, and Haywood Wakefield. Solid wood dressers, tables, and chairs from these makers routinely sell secondhand for $50 to $200, and the price is usually negotiable. Estate sales, local auctions, and online marketplaces are the hunting grounds, and a few of these names: Stickley. Above all, hold or even gain value over time, which means a careful buy can be furniture that costs almost nothing to own across a lifetime, or sells later for more than you paid. The catch is real. You have to hunt, you have to measure your space, and the sale is final, so inspect for woodworm, loose joints, and water damage before you buy. Pull each drawer to feel whether it still slides square, and run a hand under the top and along the back for the cracks a listing photo never shows. But nothing new at any price can offer what this can. It is the only furniture that has already proven it lasts, sold at the lowest price on this entire list. The money belongs in the wood, not the logo. Subscribe. This channel follows the money, not the marketing.